Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, here today to bring you some more Rains of Vitrium content. Episode 88. We're going back to the future with that episode count. And what was that?
I got that reference.
No, you did? Oh my gosh. I'm so happy.
It's almost as if he's catering to the elderly.
Wow. Fuck you, Valen.
Oh,
That was uncalled for.
very uncalled for.
We can always boot up some Cocomelon for you.
You
cold mac and
you,
cheese,
uh,
sir.
do you want me to
Hey,
put on?
I still have cold mac and cheese. I will gladly go and eat it.
Do you want me to put on Subway Surfers for you so you won't be distracted, Mr. Zoomer?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You actual baby.
Anyway, and here today joining me are my lovely players and co-hosts. Agathar, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Morgan, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Moran Swa, say hi to the people.
We have PayPal?
I mean, I do. Soren, say hi to the people.
Howdy, Popeel.
And Vani, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, yes. And we're here to enjoy some more content and so on and so forth. So, let's get right into the episode. And last we left our adventurers, Agathar the Kobold Rogue, Morgan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Renswell the Ratfolk Monk, Soren the Ratfolk Samurai, and Vani the Ratfolk Smith. The party was invited to meet with Lucas, everyone's favorite Archmage. The Archmage of Enchantment.
We hate them all equally.
Yes, and after taking some time to hide their cart in a wall behind a bunch of illusions and stuff, the party did go to meet with Lucas, only to find out that he actually wanted them for a legitimate reason and not just to fuck with them.
That was just a side thing.
Yes, exactly.
That was a perk.
It was a
He said that he would be willing to give Valen back if the party saw to the protection of the baby Archmage of the Divine, who is currently camped out in Abigail's cabin. And he also said that he would only give Valen back after the party got the girl her promise ring and made sure she was safe. At which point he'd be more than happy to, give up Valen again. Meanwhile, he actually also revealed that he took over the two Dwarven kingdoms to specifically wage a war against the humans for the murder of the Archmage of the Divine. The original Archmage, not the new baby one. Which was interesting for some players, at the very least. However, tensions rose when Morgan saw fit to throw a lightning bolt at Lucas's face.
You had it coming?
Yeah, I do feel like there's some middle parts in there that are being left out.
Oh, like what?
It can be summarized by Lucas being a douchebag, aka himself.
I know, right? Anyway, so Morgan threw a lightning bolt at him, and he took offense to that. He walked over to Simone, Morgan's old flame, who turned her in to the authorities, and revealed to Morgan that it was Lucas that pushed her to do so. At which point, Morgan made the mistake of saying that she would do to him what the humans did to the priest. A.k.a. implying that the Archmage of the Divine deserved her death, as he does too, to which he got very upset. And he took her mother's wedding ring. In the ultimate expression of fuck you, he even had her handed over herself. And then he ate a nice dinner and kicked everyone out. However,
So much kicked everyone out, more everyone left.
yes. And then, well, as everyone was trying to settle in, tensions rose between Agathar and Morgan, as Agathar felt that Morgan was trying to get them killed, and Morgan's like, You don't understand me. None of you do.
Wow,
I'm
you should.
upset. I'm sorry. I'm bad at impressions.
Yeah, that's among other things.
And
The impression itself was the problem, Shad.
and the session ended with Rensois asking Mel what exactly happened between the Archmage of the Divine and Lucas, and Agathar going off on his lonesome to stalk Bethany. Bum,
Which-
bum, bum. And that is where we're going to pick things up. Before we get to your question, Rensois, Agathar, you were stalking people.
As you do.
Actually, go to Rensois. I need to take care of something.
Here, Rensois, be right back. So,
Well-
jumping around.
Didn't want to go to
Funny, given that we're a
Rensois
group of
yet.
rabbits.
I wanted to do tension, damn it!
Not allowed.
Fine, then. Fine. I will go to someone else. Soren, what are you doing, bubby?
Well, if Soren has time, he's going to try and further understand the capabilities of linchpin, of his being a linchpin, by taking another uncomfortably long bath.
Hmm.
I haven't really had a chance to do that in several sessions, or to roll for that.
I mean, it's assumed that you've been doing it, so go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
All right. Wisdom check. Go.
Ooh.
17. Finally,
okay.
a good one.
While you're seeping yourself in the water like a tea bag, you find that your skin isn't as wrinkly as it would normally be by around this stage. And you feel as if there's less resistance in the water as you move your hand out in it.
Cool. Soren would like to dive further, a little bit further into that. So to speak. No pun intended. For once in my life.
Okay, then. Go ahead and give me another wisdom check at advantage.
Wisdom check at advantage. Wow. Okay, thank you.
Hey, 10's good enough. You find yourself able to kind of like do a bit of water bending. You basically gain access to the shape water cantrip.
Neat.
So you're basically in this bathtub, and you're like, you lift your hands up, and you feel, and you see the water rise up with your hands, and then you let your hands fall, and the water goes ooh back down.
And Soren gets himself a look of awe as he's able to do this, and like just move and just kind of like move it around, and then a smile creeps across his face. He goes, all right, I think I'm getting it now." Just to himself, to literally nobody, like sane people do.
Okay, fair
It
enough.
then fails while the water is directly above him.
The girls clap, give you a little golf clap, and as you kind of like move the water upwards and kind of like begin to move it around and kind of like make little balls with it and so on and so forth, you feel you can change the color of it. You can freeze it, unfreeze it, and you can kind of like just bulge it outwards, shrink it back down, maneuver it around. That kind of stuff. It's very simple, but it's yours.
And Soren is happy with it because he's never been able to do anything like that before in his life.
Very nice.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Also, whenever you stand to get up out of the bathtub, you're able you see the water, like you know how like you put like plastic inside of water, how you kind of like pull it up and it like beads on it and like slicks off of it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happens to you. It just kind of like flicks off your fur.
I was kind of, I don't know why, but I was thinking you were about to say, yeah, as you step up out of the water, it kind of follows your waist, so you have this big bowl of water following you around as a dress. But I'll drink that too.
You know what? If I could give me a wisdom check.
All right. Normal, no advantage.
Normal, no advantage.
No,
Okay. So you stand up and the water comes with you. And then you kind of like look at it and you're like, hey, what? And
Back, down, down.
like you try and push it down. It like goes down to the bathtub, to like the bottom of the tub before it just like slithers back up.
All right, he's trying to concentrate to get it off of him, because he can't be walking around town with this.
Certainly can be though, but yeah, go ahead. Roll me another wisdom check. We'll see how successful you are.
All right. Oh my god.
Soren, do you pay for Roll20?
No, I'm beginning to think that this is what it's telling me I should do. Like,
Yeah, I
Christ
was gonna
almighty.
say it's either telling you that you need to, or if you were paying that you need to stop. It's one or the other.
Oh my god. It just got progressively worse each time. Even the one with advantage is just worse. Okay. This water's following you around for the rest of the day now.
Okay.
Like you basically you can still get dressed and like do stuff normally. There's just like a ring of water that's just like subconsciously slithering around your body and forming like different rings and different weapons, and like basically every time you have like a subconscious thought, the water shapes itself into that before kind of like particleizing away and shifting back around you. So it's
he has
like
a ring of water around him now, a hula hoop of water.
yeah, pretty
I was
much.
gonna say if it turns into whatever he's thinking about, it's Agathar at least 5 times.
And at least one of those is in a risque pose.
Oh my god.
It's like, I swear to you, Agathar, I'm not replacing you. I can't control this right now.
Oh cool, there's more of me now.
Felt you could use a friend. Okay, now he wouldn't say it.
Tears down his face, yeah.
It's like when Wendy shows up and is confused about the new water elemental.
Anyway, you can remake the check later if you want, or you can just kind of like assume it'll fall off.
Hey, you get a
naturally.
token.
You do get a luck token. Do keep that in mind. Hey Agatha, you're back. Cool, awesome.
Hi.
We're over to you now. You're stalking
Hooray.
Bethany. I'm gonna get to
I
Renswa
sure
after
am.
this, but I wanted to resolve this first.
For sure.
So you're following her, correct?
Yes.
How close? Oh
Um,
wait, you're invisible. You can just follow her to whatever distance you want.
Yeah, he's cloaked right now.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, cloaked or not, you're just kind of like how close are you still to her?
Probably 30 feet.
Okay.
With how she's walking, can he tell where she's going? He knows he's unfamiliar with the city, but I think he's been around one or two spots enough to see like landmarks.
I would say that she's going towards the lower end district.
Is that where Soren's parents are?
No, it is not.
Okay. He will
I
continue to follow
mean,
her.
like, it is, but she's not in the same direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those
heading
things
in
of
the same
like,
district,
yeah,
but
it's one of those things of like, for a minute you fear that's where she's going, but
Yeah.
then she kind of like takes a takes a right path. It's like away from where they are.
yeah. Okay.
And you follow her. She kind of makes her way through the city and eventually comes to a nearby house,
Mm-hmm.
which she knocks on the door, and a rust-colored rabbit woman kind of like opens it up and gives her a smile, a very warm smile. Oh, evening, Bethany. Or sorry, no, sorry. That she would say, "Oh, you're back. That's good to see. Did you get the medicine for your brother?" Mm, she nods, hands her a brown paper bag. "Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Okay. Come on in, come on in. It's been a bit weird out there." Bethany nods. "Yeah, it is, Mom." And she steps inside the house. Do you want to slip inside with her?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Make me a stealth check. This is not to remain hidden. This is to sneak into the door before it closes.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily done. Oh my god.
That's Soren's mom's thing. It's weird.
And you make your way into the household, and you see that this household it's not lived in. You'd probably get the sense that the people you see kind of like bags packed at the door. You see a few things, kind of like you see like a stovetop with some soup. You see you see that same rust-colored woman. She looks older, but she does look similar to Bethany. Bethany, of course, having brown, reddish, rust-colored fur. And of course, those purple eyes. Her mother does not share those. But she basically has her daughter walk in, takes the brown bag, and she goes down the hallway further into the house. Bethany just kind of sighs a little bit in relief before kind of like running her fingers through her hair and just making herself a bowl of soup. She seems to visibly relax, but every now and then she'll glance over at the door as if expecting something to happen. And she will just casually eat some food. What are you doing?
I think he's inspecting Bethany, kind of seeing the mom and inspecting her. And I think he's just taking in his environment before just kind of waiting and watching what is going down. See if he keep listening to conversations, see if, whatever she
Do you want to
says he
follow
wants
the mom?
Yeah, because she's going upstairs, right?
She's going down the hallway, yeah.
She's going down the hall.
This little one-story apartment.
Yeah, since she's like eating, he'll follow her.
Alright then. So, you make your way down the hallway following her mother. Roll me another stealth check, please. And you manage to slip in the doorway to her brother's room. And you see another rabbit, but this one isn't rust-colored like his mother or his sister. His fur looks bleached white. And you see that this bleached white fur is kind of like crawling up along the right side of his arm. And is now like kind of like centered around his right shoulder. And you see after that is like some black, dark fur, and then it goes to normal red rust coloration. And he looks to be around the age of like, I'm gonna say a 12-year-old. And his mother kind of like comes in the room. He's sleeping very, very softly. And she kind of takes the brown paper bag, and she doesn't disturb him. She just kind of like reaches into the bag, pulls out a small glass vial of this purplish blue substance. And then she takes out a needle and just slowly inserts it in. Well, not like a needle per se, but like a turkey baster, kind of. Like one of those. She just slowly inserts it in and just slowly pulls out a small portion of this medicine before capping it, and then she opens up her child's mouth and slowly drip feeds it in. And when she's done, you see her kind of like step back for a bit as his body like writhes and reacts. And you see that black Icarus looking fur slowly recede a little bit, but not very much. She just frowns at him with concern and slowly pets his head before she gives him a small smooch on the forehead and pulls the covers back over him and tucks him in. Once his writhing has calmed down at the very
Looking at him, can he surmise what is going on? Is he like inflicted with a curse or something?
Roll me an Arcana. And I would say you have advantage because of where you're from.
A 9 and a 4. Soft 20.
Soft 20? That looks like a bramble infestation.
Okay.
However, this bramble infestation in particular looks unique in that his right half has turned white instead of becoming corrupted with black spikes sticking out of it. So, if you want more information, you'd need to roll a medicine check.
He's
15?
proficient in that for some reason.
I would say with a 15, you are able to surmise that whatever medicine she's feeding him is suppressing the effects of the bramble, but not stopping its spread wholeheartedly. And going by the fact that his entire right arm and shoulder are white, you would know that the origin point is very likely his finger. However, you can say for certainty this kid's dying. And that this medicine is simply prolonging the inevitable.
My next question. There's a snippet of description on the item of the Philosopher's Stone. It can remove all curses, diseases, and poisoning affecting a creature that you touch with the stone. But you would have to break it. Would this cure the bramble infestation?
Well, it was given to you by the Archmage Transmutation. There's a very strong chance that if anything could break this, it would be that.
And with his teachings from Mel, has she conveyed that it's like one of those like a wish only thing, or is there a way to get rid of the infestation? Extreme or otherwise?
He actually hasn't told you much about it. The
Okay.
knowledge that you have from her is that depending on where the infestation starts, you have a better chance of survival, but only because you can remove the limb before it corrupts you fully.
Okay.
And you would also know from her that it is a necromantic.
Right.
And it is one that she can't really remove. It's one that she can redirect and abate, but not fully remove, because, like, she's a necromancy artist. This is necromantic magic. She has control over it, but once it's in, it's in.
Okay.
It's not her forte to cure it.
Right.
It's her forte to cause it.
You would also know that wish spells have been used before, but they're basically rendered as like inefficient. It's one of those things of like, sure, there are going to be some spellcasters that will wish away the disease, but they're still rolling a 33% chance of never being able to cast that spell again.
Right.
So, for some people, that's worth the risk. For others, they don't want to give up that power if they have it.
Yeah. For sure.
And wish scrolls take like, God, fucking years to make.
Yep.
And even then, you still need some proficiency in the spells to actually read it off properly and make it go off properly to work for like normal people.
Yeah.
Big time magic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's just gonna stare at this kid. And then he's gonna wait for the mom to leave, and then he'll follow her out.
Okay. Make another stealth check as you do so.
Hello? He's gonna go. There it goes.
Sure. She'll stay in there for like another.
Blowing out all my big loads right now.
She stays in there for about, I want to say, another half hour to an hour, just watching her child, making sure the medicine takes, before she packs up the bag and then leaves. And she opens up the door, you slip through between her legs, and she closes it back again. And then you see her lock it. She makes her way down the hallway and says as she enters the room with Bethany again, "Well, your brother's looking a bit better than he did before. I think the medicine's, still helping. Still holding. Might need, a stronger dose next time. Didn't seem like it did much." Bethany just looks up at her and just nods. "Yeah, I know, Mom. We're working on it. It's hard to, hear something like that. I'm able to cast, 6-tier spells now. So, only 3 more tiers to go, and then I can hear him that way." Her mother just gives her a smile, pats her on the head. "You were always a good lot. Taking care of your brother like that." "Yeah. The soup's good. Thanks for that. Oh yeah, I, got some good vegetables in the market before, guards started to show up a bit more en masse. You know what all that's about?" Bethany just shakes her head. "No, Mom, not really. Me and the boss were working elsewhere at the time, I think. There's like a curfew in place or something like that." She nods. "And, you know why the king was asking about, Soren and Percival and all those lots?" She shakes her head. "No, Mom, I don't." She'll nod. Or she nods and then, gets herself a bowl of soup as well. Two of them
Can
just... Yeah, what's up?
Can I see if the mom is buying into Bethany's lie?
Go for it. Roll an insight.
Come on, sheet. There we go. Yep.
A 4
Yep.
and a 9. Okay.
Oh, geez, I rolled it twice.
I would say it's hard to read the both of them because you're a bit more focused on Bethany and what she's doing versus what her mom versus how her mom is reacting. And by the time you look to see her reaction, she's already turned away and she's getting herself some soup and Like the two of them are just kind of like it's just bad timing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just sitting there and enjoying some soup. What are you doing?
Um, he is going to go out of line of sight for a moment to um write something. And as she looks like up to address her mom or something to like talk to her a moment, and when she looks back down at a bowl, he wants to have placed like a piece of paper like between the table and like kind of a little bit under her bowl.
Okay. Go
So
ahead
just
and give me a sleight of hand check. The difficulty is not that high. Yeah, no, easily. Uh, you finish writing this note. You
Mhm.
skipper scamper over, and you wait for her to look up to her mom to have just general conversation. And you slip that note in. What does the
Mhm.
note say?
Let's talk, Agathar.
Hmm.
Or I should be a little bit more specific. Um, let's talk outside, Agathar.
Thing. You see, she glances down to get some more soup on her spoon, and there's not the slightest bit of hesitation. She just kind of eats a bite of soup and then slowly adjusts her bowl. And because of your positioning, you probably watch her take the note and pocket it.
Hmm. Okay. His muzzle scrunches a little bit. Hopefully she would read it right away, but
And then
he'll just
you
wait.
you see her ears perk up, and she's like, "Oh, mom, boss called me again. Gotta step outside." "Oh, this late at night? Again?" She nods. "Yeah, you know how it is. I really wish he wouldn't run you so ragged. But go ahead." She'll nod and very carefully finish off her soup bowl very quickly. And then she'll stand up, go to the door, and she'll open it up. And a bit slower than normal, kind of like
Okay.
look around outside. Like she's unintentionally giving you time to leave, but you feel that she's being a lot more cautious about like how the fuck did you get that note?
For sure. Yeah, he'll when she has that door open, he'll bolt out, and then like get to a rooftop.
All right, and she'll close the door behind her and walk forward. You see that she's drumming her fingers along the spell book on her hip, looking suspiciously left and right.
Okay. What he wants to do is go. So is there the front of this apartment? Does it like go immediately into the street? Is there an alleyway right next to her? Is it like an apartment on like a major house where you open the front door, boom, you're on the street?
Boom, you're on the street.
Okay. Okay. He wants to essentially just tuck his bag like just around like a corner where it's just out of sight and then go in the opposite direction. So if shit goes down, the girls can just react and they're on top of her.
Okay.
Um but she'll hear from kind of above her um the the shifting of um the trying to the shingles just from like top up.
All right. Uh,
Um
you'll see her jump, and out comes a wand, and there's a spell being cast, not like actively being cast, but like on the lips, just like about to be cast.
Yeah. Agathar is fully visible, and he has his hands up like the don't shoot. And he just has his hands up.
Eyes narrowed.
I just want to talk.
What do you want? And I'm gonna pin that right there. Francois, you were contacting Mel. You asked her what. You asked her what exactly? You know, give me the exact wording on it.
I believe. Well, if you watched the thought, no. I believe her exact message was, "Hey, Mom, can I ask you? Do you know what's up with?" It's like, what was up with Lucas and the Archmage of the Divines?
Probably should have gotten this earlier, but I just realized the music bot died.
Wah, wah.
Indeed. All right. You hear her kind of like go, Theory, that's not exactly good dinner time conversation there. Why are you curious about this?
Just something Lucas said.
Oh, you met him
Let's say
again.
it's regrettably, but unavoidably.
Here, give me a moment, please.
He kidnapped
And-
Valen, by the way.
You feel a bit of a pause, and then you feel the mushrooms on your neck begin to wriggle and writhe, and a few of the larger ones pluck themselves out of your flesh and skitter along the back of your neck, down your arm to your fingertips, where they mash together and mangle into the form of a tiny mushroom Mel. Her little eyes become pinpricks of red light as they light up and she begins to animate. Okay. So he stole Valen. I thought I had you marked as mine. You do.
As far as we can tell, nothing. I'm basically just using him as a bargaining chip. She kind of gets a wry grin. You'd be proud. Apparently, Valen has tried multiple times to kill his underlings.
I would be. Although he shouldn't be so stupid as to try that around an Archmage. Not one like Lucas at the very least, but I'm sure that old bastard found him entertaining in that regard.
Right on the money.
Yes.
And then Morrigan, being Morrigan, started running her mouth, and an errant comment about the late Archmage marked a notable shift in his demeanor, if only briefly.
Is Morrigan still alive?
She is.
And she's still in control of herself?
She is.
Good.
He
Then she
took
got
her
off
mother's
light.
ring.
Oh, well, is that all?
Mother, that ring means a lot to her. It's all she has to remember her by. the
Hmm.
unfractured memories of a child.
Well, you'll have to forgive me if I'm not exactly weeping tragically about that.
Fair enough. Currently, Lucas's terms are he wishes us to retrieve the new Archmage and see her to safety. Not to him, just to safety, along with making sure she gets hold of her ring.
Mm-hmm.
After that, he will release Valen, assuming he keeps to his word. We'll see how much his word is worth.
Well, if he said he would do something, he's going to do it.
Yes, well, unfortunately, the other thing he said he's going to do is go to war with the humans for killing the Archmage to begin with.
Well, if not him, then me. You may not understand, Francois, but Alasari was the best of us. Spelling of the name. Alasari was a woman of conviction, of purity, unlike anything I or others have seen. She was the most kind and caring woman to have ever existed. And those humans killed her. That king ordered the death of a literal saint. For I don't know what reasons, but there are no reasons to justify it. Even still, if she were with us still, she would probably cure whatever plague is ailing the human kingdom if there was one. That's how good of a woman she was. And she is one of the only people that Lucas ever respected. He was a lot better of a mentor than the one I had, at the very least.
Unless, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Master Mel, why are there cats drowning behind you?
Look.
Is
Don't worry about it.
Suleiman staying over?
Cassie's a little... Cassie's in heat.
You know what,
Ironic
fair.
background. I'm trying my best to resurrect them, but they keep coming back wrong.
There's a reason that we all felt her death.
So, so what do we do? Do we simply let him be and meet his demands? Realistically, the only reason I'm even entertaining this is because seeing the child to safety is already our goal. As much as I loathe helping him, if our goals are aligned, then so be it. Especially if it gets me my brother back.
Well, I have never known Lucas to go back on his word once he gives it. he might try and twist things around. But there are few things that man adheres to other than his word. You did make sure to say that you would get Valen back with no spells or magic cast upon him, correct?
He assured we would get him as he came. Untouched, unharmed, and unbrain scrambled.
Good. Then that was your due diligence. Although I'm not very happy with him having my children in his grips. I will be sending him a message post-haste to incentivize not starting a war between the two of us.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I'm pretty sure we were told if we told any of the archmages, he'd kill Valen.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Ransom
Roll
had the
them
chance.
dice.
He also knows that Mel monitors all of us. If anything, he's just doing something funky to make her not realize that he has Valen to begin with.
Possibly.
He knows. I don't.
Who knows? At any rate, so,
Yeah, well. He was fairly adamant that we not tell any of the archmages, but you know, if my mother were to simply check in on her children and notice something amiss, well, then that's not on us, is it?
no, it isn't. Of course, I have heard none of this. Is there anything else you want to ask me about, dearie?
Have you ever met the, well, I suppose, current archmage while she was apprenticing?
No, I haven't. I stayed within my particular jungle in particular area. The Archmage of the Divine was the nomadic kind. She roamed around, offering aid to the innocent and salvation to those that needed it, so on and so forth, slaying a demon or two and whatnot.
Yeah. Alright, well then. I guess in that case, there's not much else to ask. Just, maybe keep tabs a bit more just in case he tries something with any of us.
Oh, of course.
Hopefully he'll be distracted by his war with his war of vengeance.
He certainly shall be. Just make sure Morgan doesn't do anything else that's stupid.
Meanwhile,
There's but so much I can do, but I will attempt.
Good girl. Tell Agathar and Valen when you see him again that Mommy loves them.
Yeah, Morgan. It's like Rinsall kind of rubs her face. I also just remembered that Callaghan's hunting us because of Morgan's little idea.
Oh, really? The civilization of mage hunters wants to hunt the dangerous mage that did what? What did she do?
Attempted genocide. It's a long story.
Oh. Well, who hasn't done a little attempted genocide here and there, dearie?
Most people, Mother.
I suppose you're right about that. But I can't
should
hold it
I-
against her.
can I also remind you about the samurai that we're traveling with that would never do such a thing?
Never.
At any rate, I'm sure that you guys can find it in your hearts to forgive her. I know that you have all forgiven me, probably.
At this point, the one holding her back the most is herself. I don't think she's forgiven herself, really.
Understood.
She still acts like she's expecting one day to wake up and realize, no, we all hate her.
Maybe.
I don't know, I'm no psychologist.
Neither am I. I prefer to dig into someone more on a more personal level.
With a spoon.
Yes, with a spoon and my hands.
Blood spoon.
The rest is
I'm gonna
good.
murder you with a cereal spoon.
Your spoon is too big.
But the world is a cereal, and I have the only spoon.
If I might make a recommendation, you could try and push that Soren fellow to say hi to her on occasion. Maybe he has a bright personality.
Maybe. He didn't take the whole thing so well.
Well, I'm sure he'll get over it sometime.
We're all trying.
Fair enough. At any rate, is there anything else that you wish to ask, dear mummy?
No, I think that's all for now.
Of course. And if you ever...
Actually, no. One more question.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Let's go away. This is the most
The
exciting part of my day.
The young archmage. You know, we're supposed to bring her to safety, but what exactly qualifies as safety has been left fairly ambiguous.
Well, once you actually get her, simply send me a message and I'll get Dralam to move the ship over to where you guys are and we'll pick her up. No safer place than among the stars with the Archmage of Abjuration, is there?
As long as she doesn't go crazy again.
Oh, she's not going to. At least not for another 2 centuries or so.
Alright. Well. Then, I guess that all being said, then, I guess, speak to you soon.
Of course. And thank you for contacting me. It was lovely talking to you.
Yeah.
I love you.
She rolls her eyes. Love you too, Mom.
Oh, it feels so nice to have exchanges of mutual love and not have to worry about backstabbing.
Imagine that.
Stares at the.
Yes, imagine. And then she hangs up and the little mini mushroom disintegrates.
And she'll kind of just clench her hand and let the mushrooms kind of meander their way back.
No, like
Kind of
it
just-
disintegrates. It goes.
Poofs. Alright. Well, still, she'll kind of clench her hand together and kind of press her knuckles and kind of just gently rub a circle in her forehead. It's never a simple task. And she will start making her way back towards the cart.
All right. Morrigan, how's the day find you?
Angie.
Sad,
Angie,
depressed.
what? Who would have guessed?
He's in one of two places, which I will probably roll a dice on. High or low, Shad?
I'm gonna say hi.
Okay, let me decide before I roll where one is and the other. Okay. Dead fucking center.
Dead middle.
I mean, that's high.
Yeah, I guess it does count.
Yeah. Because it'd be like 1 to 49 and then 50 to 100.
Morgan is in the lowest section of the caravan. Just tearing into the dummy set there for training purposes. She's full raven. Feathers like puffed outward in frustration as she has one of her Chris swords in her hands, clutched as she's just hacking away at this thing with just the angriest sorts of like sounds that could come out of a half bird, half halfling person. Just very just fury that I will not do my own vocalizations for, because oh boy.
They would peak.
You know what? I don't know why it is about my microphone. It's very nice, but Discord loves saying like that's over like 2 octaves. That's got to be something else. We're just gonna mute that.
All right. Well, while you're kind of like ripping into this, are you using your talons?
No, her Chris. One of her Chris's.
Okay.
Those weird wobbly curved swords that are usually outlawed in most wars because they're made to deal gashes and cuts. Well, cuts that are very difficult to mend.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, as you're kind of like wailing away at those training dummies, you kind of like hear a voice behind you. Good form.
Turns slightly, she obviously doesn't turn to face them because as a bird at this point she doesn't have like good frontal vision. It just looks her bird eye going from like wide to like narrowing to that like little pinprick as she looks at, I assume
It is Soifang, yes.
it's Soifang. It is not good form. In fact, her crude stance is like some mockery of Soren's sword strikes. They're just brutish and angry.
Yeah. He still says it all the same.
You don't need your taunting.
It wasn't meant to be taunting.
And I can tell. She turns and stabs one of these Chris blades through the dummy that kind of slides through it pretty easily because of the metal they're made out of.
I'm new to trying to give people compliments.
You should stick with facts and simple phrases. Your tone does not denote much of anything.
Hard to have a tone of voice whenever you're supposed to not give anything away.
You want something?
I want to apologize for my partner and his anger towards you. It wasn't exactly justified.
I think I care where that matters.
Well, Agatha always said apologies are nice to hear.
I'm sure he's all mushy about it.
He can be. He's a bit too soft sometimes. It's nice to see him harden up and toughen up. But at the same time, there are certain circumstances where you should contain yourself.
This kind of like finally shifts to turn and what kind of face them, feathers not fully flattening.
Hey, Agathor, buddy.
Hey.
How many weeks has it been?
Oh, God.
We've been tracking.
I look. I thought I was only tracking the very beginning part.
Nope.
Let's see. It's probably been 3 weeks, hasn't it? Because it took a week when it happened. It took a week to get the Mells. I think she's on week 4.
Okay, week 4.
I'm gonna redo that because I was like, I knew I was keeping it track another time. And
If that's the case, she's not even showing.
Yeah, I know.
It definitely hasn't been a month.
That's what I was trying to
It's
think
about
about.
to be a month.
All right. She's standing there, and if you'd like, you may roll a insight check.
$13.
13? You can see that there's a sense of strain to her movements, but not
3 weeks?
No, it's something else. Not that. There is a sense of strain to her movements. They aren't as smooth as normal. They're a bit more slightly mechanical. She'll move over to the side of the room and kind of gesture to a bench. Girl talk?
I do not wish to sit.
You can stand then. She'll take her seat.
Just like this sort of, like, again, her anatomy is so, like, different in this form. A lot of her, like, gestures and mannerisms have to be done with her brow or her hands, as she doesn't have, like, a mouth that can convey anything. As she sighs, her throat expands slightly, the pin feathers kind of flaring up. It is certainly something. The only person who wishes to check in on me is you.
I think most people feel you need to calm down or cool off before they check on you.
Kind of like rips the blade out of this thing's the dummy's chest with a thunk. I haven't hurt anyone yet. None of them, at least.
Oh boy, roll another insight.
Or
Okay. I'll say you see her kind of like open her mouth and then she closes it. Her brow furrows a bit. Not at you or like anything in particular, but she kind of like furrows and she just kind of like nods her head. Sure.
shifts and like cuts into the shoulder of this dummy with the blade. Not in the way I meant. It wasn't for them. They weren't supposed to be there. If I had done anyone any harm, anyone I cared about, it was because they got too close. Too willing to step in the way of the sword. People they don't know.
Well,
Certainly I am.
go ahead.
I don't see it. The only difference between me, you, and their mother is that it happened it happened on their watch.
Hmm. Probably.
Probably.
Did you expect to survive your ritual?
No.
Maybe
I
they
gave
just.
up all of
Sorry, go ahead.
I used up all of the coin and fortune I had gathered to give them a better home. I had surmised I could get the bare minimum done by burning my soul and being done with this place.
Hmm. Have you thought that maybe they just didn't want you to die?
Turning to, like, lifts the blade and just lops off one of this dummy's arms. Oh, is that what it was?
I mean-
Your husband screamed on his disdain for me. How little he cares about what is my plight. Whether or not my family had lived or died, or the pain I had gone through, it didn't matter in the end. The only person who even lifted a finger to say anything and to try and stop me would have been the one person I feel the worst about hurting.
Hmm.
You can't even look me in the eyes anymore. So what life is this now?
Soren still manages. He gave you a hug that one time.
It's who I meant.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Rensois.
Your shoulders slump. I am certain there was no love left in this relationship when we clashed.
If there was no love left, why did she spare you?
I don't know. Nostalgia? Needing something from me? It didn't sound like there was anything behind her eyes or her voice when she told me to not just vanish when I gave her the choice. I don't know what to feel. She like throws her sword down as it kind of like sinks into the sand. And I certainly can't ask her. She's got someone attached to her hip at all times of the day.
Hmm. Do you want me to distract Neatal?
No.
Well,
Need help. I just want to know what to do next.
Well, from what I've seen of Rensois, I don't think she's the type to keep someone alive because she wants to exploit them or use them.
What do you know of Francois?
I watch. I listen. I look. She's a bit like me. She doesn't show emotions well.
At least I understand why with her. I don't know you.
Hmm.
Why couldn't it be her? Or him? Or someone I give a damn about? She swings and slams the back of her fist into this dummy. Why is it you?
Hmm. I guess they think you'll come to them when you're ready.
When have I ever done that in the past?
Maybe they think it's a sign of you changing if you do.
And they don't expect anything.
He shrugs. I can't say what other people think. I mean, I could, but that would require me to mark them. And I don't want to do that. If you want, I can explain why I'm like this.
I appreciate you wanting to connect with me, Soy Fang. But I don't know if I have the energy to hear some long story about someone else's pain right now.
No, not a long story. Simple explanation.
I
I have skills that I cannot turn off. This is one of them. He points to her face.
Your stony expression was taught to you.
Taught, bred, forced into me, yes.
And like your cloaking, you can't turn that off.
Not this. My cloaking, I can, but it's not so much an on-off switch as it is I have to flex it to make it turn off.
A strain. Yes.
It's like holding a muscle at all times. My base is nothing, is no one, is nowhere. To exist takes effort. Such is my nature.
Yet you rather enjoy being.
I do.
You could hang it all up.
Easier said than done. To hang up this skill, and she disappears. Before reappearing. I would need to basically rewrite myself, which I can't do.
Well, you stand in the presence of a rather accomplished witch. And if not me, I know of others who could lift that off of you. You wouldn't be able to do it anymore. I am unsure if I could fix your stony expression. That seems more a mental block. But lifting someone's abilities in a contract is all too easy. Though, the level in which one can do that is determined on how much will they can exude.
I have will in spades, but I will keep my skills for now. You might need them still.
She reaches down and pulls her kris from the sand. patting it on her thigh to loose the sand from it. I was sure I would meet you on the road somewhere between the caravan and my destination.
Hmm. You might have. But I don't think that would have helped him. Or you. Or anyone else.
I'd like to think I was ready, but nothing ventured at this point.
Most people are not ready to die, even if they try and trick themselves to think they are.
I've been ready for a while.
You will.
Just feels.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. It just feels confused now.
She nods. And then she stands up. She'll walk over to you. She reaches to her side and unsheaths one of her daggers. Do you wish for it to end?
There's like a twinge at her brow. I don't know what I want. If I am to pass, it will not be without my mother's ring. Not before I can return it.
She nods and then sheaths it back. I understand. I would offer to retrieve it for you, but I don't want to risk them. You see her kind of get a bit of a distant look as she puts a hand to her belly. It's strange, isn't it? How emotion can come from something so small.
I wouldn't know. At this point, I don't believe I have the capacity.
You may not believe it, but I think all people do. Would you like a hug?
No.
Okay. Agatha often offers those whenever people are sad.
Just leave me.
Okay. I hope my conversation helped.
She doesn't respond this time. Just pulling her Chris back and just wailing on this dummy. The sort of like grunts and puffs of fury as she bears metal against wood and sand.
Instead of looking away and maybe looking back and seeing Soifang gone, you can actually watch her physically walk out of the room to the stairs and then turn and say, "If you ever wish for mercy, you know who to ask." And then she will get the stairs. And with that, I'm going to move it on back to Hackathon. Right. So Agathar,
Mm-hmm.
you're standing there looking down. Are you on the roofs looking down at her, or like?
Yeah, he's on the roof
okay.
looking down.
All right. And she says, "What do you want?"
I just want to talk.
Just talking, huh? So you
That's
left
it.
a note? Right in my mother's home. I will rip the flesh from your body before I let you get near her.
I understand your fury. I didn't exactly enjoy sneaking in, but I didn't do anything, I swear. I just wanted to see what you were up to, is all.
Oh, good. Now you know. If you'd be so kind, I would love for you to come down here so I can erase the memories of my family from your...
You know I can't do that.
Oh, you can. No,
I can
you
help
can.
him.
Bullshit. No one can.
This might. And he will, like, slowly reach his hand to his horn, and she'll see his, like, thumb and forefinger just enter his horn like it's made out of water. And he will pull out his Philosopher's Stone. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I know what it is, dipshit. A simple Philosopher's Stone isn't gonna help.
This Philosopher's Stone was handcrafted by the Archmage of Transmutation. If anything has a chance at helping him, this is it.
Oh, and what do you want? You're not gonna give that away for free. Nothing in this world's for free.
I just want to talk. Because maybe for fucking once, I want to help somebody.
Hey, Agathar, buddy.
Hi.
Did you want to use your key phrase?
Not... Is she gonna...
It doesn't
Not
look
yet.
like it doesn't look like she's being hostile. Like, oh, wait,
Uh-huh.
okay, she's being hostile to you, but it doesn't look like she's gonna try and murder your ass.
She's not... Yeah, she's not trying anything.
She's less hostile than usual.
If you would like, you may roll an insight.
Yeah.
And I would say you have advantage here because of
Ugh.
situations.
13? 13.
Okay, 13 is pretty good. With a 13, you see that she has lowered her wand a bit, and she's looking between you and the Philosopher's Stone, and there's, like, that sense of desperation in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, yeah, well, what do you want to talk about, huh?
We never really finished our conversation back in Vitrium.
Oh, great. Cool. Awesome. I don't remember what it was anyway.
You don't remember Sanctum Sempra?
Ooh. Okay. You see her eyes roll into the back of her head, and she collapses onto the ground.
Quick, kill her mom.
And you
Kill
see
everyone.
you see her convulse a couple times before she kind of like
Yeah,
Jody.
when she hit the ground, he's like, "Oh shit!" And he just glid himself down to the ground, and then just is by her side.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry,
Uh,
sorry. Oh, by the fucking gods.
The streets are empty, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool.
She kind of like sees it's you. She's gonna grab you by your shoulders and shake you, just like, it's like, how long has it been? How long has it been? How many days?
Hey. Oh, since what? Since what?
Since we met.
In general, or the last time we talked?
The last time we talked, dumbass! And she's kind of like slapped you across the face.
Ah, okay. Hey, easy. It's been fuck, so it's I'm so bad at keeping track of time. It's been 5 days.
It's been Shad. Insert number here.
Has it been
Yeah,
5 days? No, it's been longer than that.
It's been longer than that. It's been like a week and a half.
Roughly.
It's been like a week and a half.
Okay. And we're we're in Fair Boulder. He's okay, awesome. Okay, awesome, cool.
I wouldn't hit him again, and then just Belle's head just looms over her.
Yeah, back up. Just sit down at the end of the hallway. Make sure at the end of the alleyway, make sure no one comes to get us. Okay, look. You remember the phrase? Awesome.
Hey, Bethany, take a breath.
Oh. Okay.
What the hell is it? It's obviously a trigger. What did it do? Are you now?
Yes, I'm me. I'm in control of one of the drones.
Okay, cool.
Hey, now I don't have much time. The body that I'm in is going to sense the network change in my brain, and it's going to begin to disassemble itself in probably like 5 or 10 minutes. I don't have much time. Okay, so I need to tell you that I am a product of circumstance, that I not want to work for Lucas anymore. I want to help you kill him. But I need it to be done in a very specific way, or I'm going to die too. If I die, family dies. And
Okay,
a lot
tell me
more
how.
people die too.
How? Why?
Because he has triggers. He has magical phrases that if he doesn't whisper them into the ears of certain people, after certain spans of time, they just have a heart attack, keel over, and fucking die, okay? However, those phrases are only there so long as the network remains. You need to break the network first, and if the network is broken, you can then kill him, and it'll be circumstance free, and I'm free, you're free. So many other people that I can't even bother naming are free, okay? This guy, I can't even begin to explain what this man has done.
Look, I'm going to rip his soul out of his body, okay? How do we do it?
Okay.
Without dooming everybody.
Okay. So, there are 3 clones. He has 3 clones. Specifically 3 clones. You either need to kill him 3 times in sequential order without caging his soul or stopping him from going to his body to his new bodies, or you need to destroy the bodies first and then kill him. Otherwise, the network remains. His soul does not go into a body. Whenever he perishes, then, and there are bodies remaining, then, well, the network remains. And people that are very important to particular societies just keel over dead.
Who? Name an important one. It's one that we will care about.
One that you'll care about? Okay, cool.
Just
How-
these names.
Kylie Rivendell.
What?
Kylie Rivendell, the head of the Bard's College.
How did that happen?
Don't ask me, buddy!
Shit. Okay, well, I'm definitely not telling Jerlam that.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
Okay, alright. So, he has 3 clones, either kill him 3 times in a specific order, or destroy the bodies and then kill him.
Yes. If you do it out of order, the whole system is whacked, and many more people die.
Okay, what's the order?
Well, the order of if you destroy the bodies, the order doesn't matter. But I know where at least 2 of the facilities are. And with those 2 facilities, you can find the 3rd. The first facility is here in Vuori. It's over by the Crystal Lake, And she kind of like says, map, give me map real quick.
Yeah, he just is like, when she starts like giving locations, he pulls out his map.
Okay. Puts a pin right. That's where the first one's located. The second one is located in Xanadu, near the Font of Filth. And the third is located in the Ember Sticks. Don't know where in the Ember Sticks it's located. That's where it is.
Sticks. Could you repeat that second one real quick? I was focused on writing notes. It was Stinking Pits or something?
I'm typing them out.
Okay, okay.
There's your 3 locations.
To Fontafilth, Xanadu. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have to do it in that order. What's preventing him from even noticing the facilities being gone?
That's what he wants.
He wants the facilities to be destroyed?
Yes! I don't know why. Well, maybe I do, but I might have forgotten. I might have been forced to forget. I don't know what memories are mine and what ones are the ones that he's fed me. But what I do know is that this information is reliable at the very least, because this is information that I discovered before he put me in the facility.
Your prime you is in a facility right now.
She nods.
Because nothing is ever easy, I'm guessing you're in the third?
I don't know where I am.
Okay. If we find you in one of the facilities, can we pull you out, or do we have to preserve whatever thing you're in?
I think you can pull me out. I don't know, though. I don't remember what happened.
Okay.
All I know is that this key phrase will not work again.
That was the only time? Shit.
Yes, that's how fine-tuned these things are.
He's such a bastard.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Okay. And his okay.
I also know he's going to be very pissed off at me for losing another body.
I had a feeling that's why you were quiet at dinner.
Yeah. Want to talk about it?
No, we don't need to. Look, I wasn't saying it just to say it. I know what the Blight can do. And I do want to help him.
Then if that stone's really from who you say it's from, it really is, then I would be forever in your debt if you gave that to me. And I apologize in advance for anything that I do between here and when you free me. I didn't want this. I never wanted this. Just wanted to save my brother.
I'll try to tell the others, but they want your head on a platter.
I can't say I blame him.
I know.
You're gonna need me whenever he dies.
I know. And if you say that who you are is who you are, and you actually care about someone as innocent as your brother, I really don't trust that Archmage ability more I'd rather have it go to you than to someone who doesn't understand what they can do. But that rumor ability is bullshit.
Tell me about it. I kept my brother alive, though.
Good. The things we do for family, right?
Yeah. And you'll note at around this point in time that her fur is beginning to slog off of her body as a giant puddle is beginning to form around her. Please, save me. I don't want to be in the darkness anymore.
I'll do what I can.
And before you can respond, she melts in your arms.
His hands stare at the water that was the simulacrum, and his hands just clench into fists as he sighs and looks back at her house, the house that her mom is in. And he stares off for a moment as he's thumbing the Philosopher's Stone in his hand. To give this up is to really, this is a huge thing that he'd be giving up, but as much as he wants to wait until Lucas is really taken care of, he doesn't know if that kid has that kind of time. So he sighs and motions Belle to get back in the bag. Before...
Are you sure we can trust her, Master? Are you sure we can trust her, Father?
I don't know. But I can trust that kid won't make it unless we do something.
She nods.
So far, the trigger worked as much as it was advertised. I don't... Can he dig deep into his danger sense to try to get it to expand into the sensing the situation?
Throughout that whole conversation, while she was telling you about those locations, also, I'm changing one of the locations because I misspoke. It's the Alabaster Ruins.
Oh, okay, let me change my note. Alabaster Ruins.
Yes. And you weren't able to sense any danger coming from her. Just the sense of desperation of wanting to not be in the situation she is in anymore.
I don't know if you can fake that kind of desperation. I don't know if I can trust anything, but we'll see. He will stand up and then look at the house. He's gonna wait 10 minutes so he's cloaked. And he's going to essentially break into the house, lockpick and shit. And he is going to break the Philosopher's Stone over the brother to use it for curing diseases.
All right, then. I will say that there's no need for you to roll or anything like that. It's a house. It's a house for commoners.
Yeah.
You have a +12 to the skill. You're fine. You pop the lock on the window. Well, there's no window. Yeah, whatever. You pop the lock on the window. You slip inside, and you move over to him. And as you kind of like crack this stone over him, it crumbles away like a fine powder, as if it weren't a solid stone, as if it were never a solid stone. And that powder slowly drifts along his body. And as it settles onto him, it absorbs into his skin. And you watch as that black fur begins to recede. And as it recedes, it eats away at the white fur that was covering his right arm and shoulder, and slowly begins to kind of like work its way back down his arm again in reverse, leaving nothing but brown and vaguely rust-colored fur behind.
And very, very gently inspecting his hand, can he see where he was inflicted?
Yes, you can. You can see what looks to be two very telltale pinpricks along the index and middle finger, as if he had poked something.
Mm-hmm.
And as the white fur is swept away, those wounds heal over, and you see his breathing become more normal as his eyes slowly open up and settle onto you. Because breaking that Philosopher's Stone is mm-hmm. Yep. And he's and he's like, huh?
Agathar puts a finger on his own lips, and he gives him a thumbs up before setting his hand down. And then kind of... Is there a window?
Yes, the one you came in.
Yeah, cool. He's going to
Look, a
just
distraction.
he sets his hand down, gives him a thumbs up, and then throws himself out the window.
Fucking Batman's it.
You see him run to the window and go, "Hey, wait, what's your name?" Do you respond?
Oh.
He
I'm
will
Bold Man.
he will hear from above. He will hear from above him.
Balls.
He'll hear from above him. Your sister says thank you for everything. And think nothing of it. A favor from the Lord of Bones.
Oh, that's a cool title. is all you hear as I imagine you're running away.
Yeah, he's running away.
Sounds like some necromancer shit.
Why, Mr. Lord of Bones?
I am going to delete Philosopher's Stone from inventory as I
It
am no longer.
It was a very good use of it.
I know, but now I'm not 45 speed anymore, and I don't get proficiency in Constitution anymore.
You missed the perfect thing to say nobody.
I did miss it.
All right, Odysseus.
All right. So, that is you. You are running away. Away you are running. You are fleeing the sea. And as you flee, the door is flung open, and a tearful mother hugs her son, who is excited, healthy, and alive. First time in how long? Bonnie, what are you doing?
Yeah, Vonnie's in the car just generally seeing that everyone went their separate ways, and Vonnie's like, ah, well, that's fun and all.
Hmm. Did you want to talk to anyone?
Whenever everyone gathers around again for food,
Oh,
Vonnie will start.
no one's gathering around for food, I don't think. Not yet.
Yeah, yeah. So for now, Vonnie's just gonna head to the shop until everyone's gathered again.
Okay. Renswat, what are you doing?
Uh, probably relaying what all went down to Neotal.
All right. He's giving you very emphatic head nods, just like, Rough. Really rough. She's glad you're safe, though. And she's also glad that Morgan isn't dead.
Because then Rinswap would be sad. I mean, oh no, her death would be a tragedy.
Also, she does ask about, like, who that dwarf lady was that you were upset about. Who is this Simone you were speaking of?
She will run a hand down her face. She is Morrigan's ex.
Ugh. That must have been awkward.
She at one point sold Morrigan out to hunters at the instructions of Lucas.
Ew. The plot has certainly thickened.
Yeah, it seems Lucas likes to meddle more than we even thought, which is somehow possible.
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, like, oh, and I'm gonna hate asking this, but how difficult do you think it would be to steal from him?
How did what?
How difficult do you think it would be to, I don't know, steal from him?
Let me put it like this. Difficult enough that Soy Fang hasn't done it. Or I don't think so.
Oh, yeesh. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I can't auto invisible myself.
No, he's got eyes and
skill
ears
issue.
everywhere. I believe the phrase is "get good."
Inferior rogue. Anyway, she's like looking at you like, well, I'm at the very least glad that you're safe and that, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do if, like, someone stole something from me like that. And I'm also not very enthused about Lucas at all because he was threatening my parents.
Oh, see, I thought you were gonna say just because he's generally a douchebag, but
I mean
yeah,
that too, but that's a given.
It the parents thing kind of falls into that category, yeah.
Yep. What is wrong with people? Like, what is this guy's malfunction?
copious amounts of power and far too long a lifespan to have time to grow bored and go mildly crazy, as essentially everyone around him he knows dies while he doesn't age.
Yeah, no, that'll do it. I mean, like, that won't happen to you, will it?
Rincewa kind of pauses. I hadn't really thought of that.
I mean, like, what happens if there's multiple linchpins for the one Archmage, and then, like, the one Archmage dies?
I would assume there's some kind of line of succession.
I mean, has she mentioned who's gonna get it first?
No. But, I mean, I've been trained the longest, so I guess I kind of just assumed the duty would be mine.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess I gotta go about attaining immortality somehow.
Don't go seeking any dark artifacts.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. That's how you get cursed. I'm not trying to get cursed immortality, I'm trying to get actual, like, normal, ageless immortality, I guess. Abigail the Invulnerable has a cursed brand of immortality, and I don't want none of that.
Well, she kind of gives a half smile. Maybe the Archmage who chose your brother will want to complete the twin set.
He shudders. Be not.
What's wrong?
I mean, like, my brother is brave, but he's the kind of stupid brave. And
This one
that's
just kind of like does like the side head nod of like, yeah, no, that's fair.
and it's endearing about him. I love it about him, but at the same time, like, I'm not that brave. Like, if you were in danger, I'd step in. I would protect you. But for some randoms that I don't really know, sorry. My life before theirs.
Essentially.
I still admire him for it.
It's admirable in its own way.
Yeah, and well, and apparently she liked it. I don't think she would like it if it was disingenuous.
Yeah.
She shrugs again.
Then again, she might just find it entertaining in a different way.
She might. She also might just turn me into a carrot in some form of irony. She says with big quotation marks.
Oh, true, but she can do that without turning you into anything.
I don't want to think about that. Anyway, is there anything that I, the great Neatal, could do to assist you in making your day a little bit brighter? Oh, as bright as I can make it, with the circumstances being what they are.
how about lunch? We didn't particularly partake of Lucas's offer.
Yeah, sure. I can try cooking. I have not cooked before, but I can certainly try. I mean, like, how hard is it to, like, put one ingredient inside of another ingredient and just kind of, like, cook them for a few minutes till they're done, right? So...
In the bag, Anna's just like, something's off.
It's
Something
like,
is wrong.
she'll stand
it's
up.
like just it's like somewhere fucking. It's like Morgan and Eloise both feel a disturbance in the force. Someone is fucking around in my kitchen.
Someone's preparing tea incorrectly.
Supposed to steep it. Steep it!
Someone is using my coffee maker to make that tea incorrectly.
Tea is supposed to be hot.
No. She has to truly upset Eloise. She's putting the water in. She's doing it in the microwave.
There's no microwave.
Fine.
Not yet.
She's microwaving tea. No. At any rate,
iced tea.
at any rate,
Angry British.
we'll put that there for a minute. Soren, what are you doing with your ring of water?
Do none of you own a fucking kettle?
Well, so Soren is basically he has this ring of water following him, so he's essentially making the most of it. He's essentially using the new capability that he's learned to create, just shape it into all kinds of different things,
Okay.
like swords, maybe a sai here or there, a scythe there, Agatha. I mean, into a like essentially other things, and he's also like making, like, with the water katanas he's making like slashing motions with them to see how clean he can make the attacks with just like waving his hand.
All right. As you're kind of like walking down the hallway with your ring of water, Soy Fang appears. Hey, Soren.
Hey, Soy, what's up?
Nothing. If you're training with water, you should do that in the training room.
I was actually thinking about it. I mean, like, look what I can do with this, and he, like,
That's nice.
he
Go
gives
ahead.
he's about to flick his wrist, and she cuts him off and goes, "Oh, all right," and he just goes downstairs to the training room.
She disappears. I would
I
assume.
know what she's trying to do.
What do you mean by what she's trying to do? You don't know anything. She's just vibing. She's just vibing. So yeah, you make your
Sure.
way to the training room, and as you start to make your way down, I have a question: is Morgan still hitting things, or is she kind
Yes.
of like, okay? You hear the gentle whack whack, and then the
Nice.
thud of something falling. Sorry, you want to say,
Yeah.
Vox?
No, I always say it wouldn't be soft, but okay.
I mean, like, it's soft because it's distant, and then
Oh.
like it gets louder whenever you go down the stairs, and you see Morgan is currently disassembling another training dummy. The other two that she's disassembled beforehand are currently fixing themselves up. Unseen servants working overtime to stitch the damn things back together.
More
Yeah,
more stitch than cloth at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Soren arrives down there in the training room and sees this happening, and he goes, "Hey, Maury, how you doing today? Trying to get better with swords?"
Just it's like I love how you just waltz, like just fumble on down there and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Well,
Yes.
Soren doesn't know what happened. He just sees
You
him
were
as a
there.
person.
Soren, my guy, you were there.
There.
You were
Well, this
there
is
at the dinner when she
Bethany.
had her mother's ring stolen.
Well, yeah, but he's also trying to, like,
You're not
you
over
know
that
what,
by
you know
now?
that's true. So he doesn't, like, look. This was last week. I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. You can adjust your intro if you want.
Yeah, he's going to get down there and just kind of look at her, and just kind of grimace and essentially just watch her fight or watch her make her strikes.
Yeah, you can
While,
count
while
on
he
one
still has,
hand how many times you've seen her in a Raventhorpe, like a full Raventhorpe rope form. She doesn't take this shape unless something's bad or it's a full moon. Her feathers are
yes.
all puffed out, and she's just wailing on this thing with her Chris, one of them. You arrive as she's panting heavily, beaks like a like slightly ajar. As she like rolls her shoulders and like pushes her head back to look over her shoulder at you. What?
He still has the hula hoop of water around him, but he doesn't seem to be just like acknowledging it at all. He just says, "Hey, would you like a few pointers?"
What's your surface level thoughts?
Soren's surface level thoughts right now are basically how Morgan is using the sword and swinging it,
All right.
and essentially trying to.
Surface level
Okay.
thought. Your form is atrocious.
Morgan's
Uh,
not using anything to read people's minds, and she doesn't have her protection anymore.
Well, Morgan, funny you mentioned that. That ring of water takes the shape of you in poor form, and then like as
One second, I'm sorry, I have a phone call.
Okay. I want you to know, Soren, this thing is gonna basically spout off your surface level thoughts to anyone.
Okay.
People have
I
advantage
guess
to
that's
insight you, and the DC is lowered.
All right, I'm
oh
back.
great. Hopefully insights are consistently trash for them too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, as he's saying this to you, you notice this ring of water around him begins to shape itself, and you see it takes on the shape of you, swinging with improper form, and then it's him making adjustments, and then it's you swinging with proper form.
Yeah. So
Morgan has
it's
never seen this man cast real magic up until this point, so I'm gonna go with the assumption he doesn't have control over this.
Yes.
He's kind of just like wincing as the ring of water is basically just blowing his thought process towards Morgan. So
Like, it's one of those things
Uh,
of, what's your Arcana bonus?
my Arcana
Mine?
bonus.
Yeah, yours, Morgan. What's your Arcana bonus?
13.
Yeah, no, it's like you have like a passive of 23. No, he has no control over this shit. It's just reading his surface level thoughts.
Yeah. So like I said, he's just kind of wincing there and just being like, "Hey, try to ignore this. It's I'm watching your so essentially I'm looking at your form and seeing if there's anything I can do to help." And this is kind of just putting my thoughts out for everybody to see.
I can tell.
But I do want to help you if you want to learn the sword.
There's like this like moment where she like shifts to like face you almost, like kind of standing at the side as she's like the side of her head can face you where her eye is.
Mm.
Wasn't exactly training, though I do not have any formal. Just what I can watch while being in battle beside you.
Well, we're family now. I can teach you what I can teach you what I can.
He just
If that's what you
grimaces
want.
at that word.
I ain't really a good teacher, so no, but I'll do what I can if that's what you want.
She's gonna like in actually I don't know, do I have to like surface level thoughts is just I want to teach Mori better swordsmanship.
You have advantage on insight checks versus him. Everyone does, basically.
Yeah, that's the the shape of water is still Mori in Corvithorpe form, and it's still like taking the same movements that she has, but with, I wouldn't exactly say the proper form, but the form that he's learned, like the form that he knows, right? Like it's essentially like taking it, holding it like a katana, and making making like strong downward strokes with it.
You get the sense
You-
that with his 16 insight that he actually does just legitimately want to teach you and doesn't see you in any hostile manner. Which, he can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Well, she is looking very hostile, and he does like he knows that was Morgan's ring, or Morgan's mother's ring, that was taken by Lucas, right?
No, he does not. I don't think he
you
would
know you know that Morgan has always had a brass band that rarely is visible. You also know that when Raymir took it, she went from calm, shit-eating little bastard to like furious, frantics clawing through the bars at him. So it means it holds some great importance to her. What that is, you specifically don't know. Rensoir's the only one who knows any like in-depth lore on Morrigan past what she's told the group as a whole.
Yeah.
So
and
when
his-
like yeah, like when it seems like you're just like you came down, saw her swinging a sword haphazardly at a dummy, and are like, you should swing it this way. She does that sort of like raven. It's that weird, almost bubbling, popping sound. It's almost kind of like a raptor's croon. Her throat kind of like doing this sort of like shudder as she turns back towards the dummy. No, it's not the time. I'm not pliable to learn anything.
it's at about this point Soren remembers the ring, and the ring of water just like immediately forms it, and he's just like, man, he doesn't say this out loud. He's like, man, I'm glad she's looking away from this.
Could you give me a
it-
moment? I have to like run out to the car and start running out to get Doris from work, so I'll be back in like a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he's gone and vibing elsewhere. I'm not going to shift things away yet because the scene isn't done yet.
Mhm.
What I missed, I had to take a phone call in the middle of that.
Okay, so
All I
not
know
moving
is that
from-
we were talking about what he knows about her ring and so on and so forth.
Basically, it just continued. It's like, oh, I can show you, proper form. And she's like, I am not in a mental state to learn anything.
Okay.
I was not doing this for training. I was
I'm
doing
doing-
this so that I do not punch a hole in the wall of my cart.
I was doing it for therapy.
Therapy.
Which is the more extreme type of therapy.
I
want type where I don't have my coffee.
Always.
Therapy.
Are you back, boss? Sorry.
Session.
Or is he still going out to the car?
Still going into the car, I think.
Okay.
He'll announce when he comes back. So, have you guys
Hey,
enjoyed the
I thought I
session
heard-
so far?
I thought I heard him announce he was back.
Have you,
Nah, it was lame. Worst session ever. I hate it.
No!
did you...
Actually succeeded a wisdom check. Worst session.
Let's go.
yeah. Yeah, what would you guys think
Immersion's
about...
ruined.
What have you guys thought about Bethany so far?
Horrible. She's got to be lying.
Oh,
It's a trap.
boo-hoo.
Hey, look, Vox
Every villain has a sob story.
Yes, I am back. Sorry.
All
Right.
good. Anyway, continue, please.
So, yeah, the ring. So the ring of water effect like basically forms the Morrigan's ring, and at around the time she turns back around to start wailing on the dummy again, and he just kind of thinks to himself, "Man, am I glad she wasn't looking at me when that happened." So then he goes, "Do you want to talk at least?"
What?
Well, I don't exactly, you know, we'll find a way to get that ring back. I don't know what it was, but I swear to you that I'm going to do what I can to get it back for you.
She droops. That fury like ebbing for a moment. It is my mother's wedding band.
So a sound of just like a sympathetic sigh comes from behind her, and he goes, "That feckin' bastard." You have me word. I'm going to do what I can to get it back for you. And also, Morgan, I realize that we haven't really talked that much.
She like turns to look at you again, eyes half lidded, kind of loosely holding the crisp.
He's just looking at her, and now she can probably see the ring of water that's in the shape of her mother's ring. And
It's funny because you have a ring of water and the wedding band is just a ring, so it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't change terribly much.
Yeah, you know what? The ring is still around his waist, but it's now in the shape of the mother's ring.
Very little is changed. It's just more solid.
Yeah, he's just kind of grimacing and he goes, "I'm really sorry about this. I'll try to get it under control."
Fine.
And he's just kind of there. He just kind of like folds his hands and looks to the left and trying to think of something. And he says, "I'm sorry if I haven't been there too much for you. It's I might have been wrong about this because, well, during the travels with you, it's been really hard for me to read people for some reason. But if you ever want someone to talk to, I'm here. You can always come to me if you want. I'll listen and I won't judge you."
I know. I am not good at opening up or I have been hurt many times upon sharing this instinct at this point to hold.
I understand, and sometimes it can be difficult to break that. So, I've already told you about I've already told you about the mess up I had when I was still at the Eddering encampment, right?
I believe so.
I There have been other times that I haven't really been the clearest headed. He says with a smile, and he he looks like he was remembering a moment in his past where he says, before he says, there was a mercenary troop that I was traveling with many years ago. Like about, I'd say 3 or 4 years actually. It hasn't. God, it seems like I've been with this family forever, doesn't it? Uh, but there was a mercenary troop I was traveling with, and one of them, I'm now looking back, and she actually seemed to have a thing for me now that I think about it, and I'm starting to understand things. But she was She was interesting. I did like her, but I don't think I liked her in that way. But I didn't see it at the time. And I didn't see that she did at the time. So I might have said something that she would have seen as very hurtful when we said our goodbyes. And I look back at that time and I'm kind of wondering, I'm kind of wanting to find her again just so I could apologize for that. But it's, I haven't been able to find her, and I don't remember that much about her. The, it's been years and I barely remember her face. It sounds like I'm trying to sob on you or like trying to tell you a bad story, but I'm just trying to open up to you a little bit more. I want you to know that you can do the same for me. Or you can do the same to me if you want. I'm here for you, Maury.
Just big sigh. Her the pin feathers on her throat kind of like shifting as she kind of hums a bit, much in like a bird. I know. Of anyone here, I know you are genuine. I feel
I wore
like I know you better than anyone else. If that is silly, at least on an emotional level, I know that.
No, it ain't silly at all. I want to be there for people to talk to. I'm not a therapist, but sometimes just having someone who's willing to listen can do wonders for someone, you know? I've I used to hold back everything to myself until I met Misaki and she taught me the ways of the samurai. And when she did, I found that opening up was so much easier for me. And I understand that it ain't easy for everyone to do.
We had very different training. You learned meditation and calming breathing techniques to hone your weapon. And I was conditioned to use my anger to cast powerful witchcraft. We stand on very different terms.
I mean, anger can be a very, very powerful weapon. I've seen it firsthand. I loved one of your bars, as a matter of fact.
I missed that last bit. What did you say?
He says the anger can be a very powerful tool if directed, if harnessed properly. And I should know I loved one of the bars you created. And he says that with a chuckle.
Yes, it was satisfying to at least see one of them in action after slaving for years on their creation.
Hey, babe, I'm glad I was able to put it to a good use. He says with a warm
Certainly,
smile.
it's at least nice that you liked it.
You know, after seeing what it's capable of, I think I'm glad I only took one of them.
Yes.
So, but I just, I was coming down here to train, but I see you're busy at the moment. But remember, if you ever want to talk to anybody and you don't feel like anyone else can listen or can understand, hell, I might not even be able to understand, but I'll be willing to listen at least to give you an outlet. I used to wear a facade for the longest time when Sensei Misaki taught me to how to be genuine and how to not hide behind that anymore, to be brave and strong enough to stand out on my own and just be myself. It's so much more satisfying to me. You know, it's just such a better life to live.
I think she stands there for a moment, her claws opening and closing. She kind of like looks to sand between her talons.
What
Maybe
is she?
it will be a little while.
You're cutting out. What'd you say?
She's basically saying she just needs some space right now.
Okay, I'll let you alone then. Just could you do me a favor and let me know when you're done down here? Unless there was there like another training dummy there, or just the one.
I think
I
there's
don't
like
remember.
3, and 2 of them are ruined and currently being repaired, and she's currently wailing on the 3rd.
He goes, do you want me to leave the training room altogether, or
For a time.
okay? I would offer to hug you, but it looks like you just need to get some steam let off.
There's like this. You can roll insight this time.
Okay, let's see what this insight roll brings. Normal. Hey, 16, something decent.
That's pretty good.
She doesn't respond verbally, but you could see her tense and like a knit to her brow. You can tell she's not going to say it, but you feel like she wants something like that. Yes.
He's going to try to. Let's see. How solid is the ring of water around him? Is it
It's
just water?
it's just water, man.
Okay, so he's going to walk forward and put a hand on her shoulder. And he's just gonna look at her with a warm look. Like she'll probably feel the water, like the water ring, just like kind of like pass through her, or like part around her.
Okay. There's like a long pause where the two of you are just kind of standing there awkwardly as the water makes like a rippling sound in the quiet basement. I don't know how tall, how tall is Soren?
5'6", I believe. 5'8". 5'8".
Yeah, Mori's like a full 4 inches taller than you in this form.
Yeah, so he's reaching up to put his hand on her shoulder.
She kind of like rests her chin, her beak on your shoulder, and kind of just falls into that hug.
And Soren will put his arms around her and just squeeze her tight.
And I went the wrong way.
So, yeah, he's just gonna sit there and hug her for a little bit, and then depart and put his hand on her shoulder again and goes, "I'm glad you came back to us, Mori." Before he backs away and turns to leave the training room to give her the space that she wants.
I'm gonna take the right road and go home now. All right, move on to someone else so I can focus, Shad.
Okay.
Dungeons and driving.
Right. You make your way over to sorry. I don't know why I'm saying you make your way over. Yeah, you're going somewhere, aren't you, buddy? Basically, okay. So there's that. I would say that around this point in time, Agathar, you probably actually, Soren, you make your way up the stairs. You would see that Neatal is currently trying to cook with Renswal watching. And let me see just how good of a cook she is. Oh boy.
Nat 1.
Kitchen's on fire.
So like, you smell.
What the rock is cooking?
You smell. In fact, I would say Morgan, you smell as well. I would say anyone who's anyone probably smells something burning. Renswa, you see that currently the meal that Neatol was attempting to make is currently on fire. And she's like, what am I doing with this?
Yeah, you put out fire with water, right? She goes to throw water on an oil spill.
She's not that dumb.
And Soren is. He
Sure
comes
about
down with his water ring and goes like, "No, there."
Renswa, how do you want to Renswa, how do you want to intervene?
Rensois just very calmly reaches over and picks up the lid and sets it on the pot.
All right, she looks over at you and she's like, "But won't that not work?"
Fire needs oxygen.
Oh. Yeah.
And just as she says that, you just see the last flick and poof, as the fire burns itself out. And there's just the lid very rapidly grays up with smoke.
Oh. Okay. That
This a
is
good first try.
I'm
no,
back.
no.
She can insight it if she wants.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. I don't think she needs to incite you to the thing set itself on fire.
It's the DC is -5 to know she's being nice.
I was saying that Morgan would smell something burning in the kitchen.
She does nothing about it.
Okay, I figured as much. Hold on.
Holding.
All right, continue. She gives you a smile, like, I mean, thanks for being nice.
It all starts somewhere.
Yeah, it does. Do you want to try your hand at cooking?
Sure.
All right.
As long as you're willing to help.
No, why would I ever want to help you in the kitchen? Sorry, that was a joke. I am going to help.
Alright. So then. She'll point over to a pile of potatoes. Start about peeling those. There's no fire involved, so we should be safe.
Oh, should be. Except for the potatoes, because I'm the potato peeling master. I'm the master peeler, the peeler of potatoes. Potatoes fear me, you know. And she'll kind of carefully pick up a potato and just very dexterously
and
just
peel it into
shave it
into
off.
a single French fry.
Women love me. Potatoes.
The potatoes.
I couldn't even fucking
Need a
say
shirt.
it.
We need a shirt. We need that shirt as soon
Yeah.
as possible.
It's like alongside the should have checked the mug, we're gonna have T-shirts that say we're gonna have hats that say women love me, potatoes steer me.
Hell yeah.
As the potato somehow combust.
This is our dear friend Neotal trying to peel that potato.
Oh my gosh, come on.
I was saying like she would start to peel it and just ends up with a single French fry worth of potato.
Her hands are all bloody. I think I did it wrong.
No, she like tosses it in the air and she kind of just like pulls her knife out and it just like very casually just like peels it, but she peels it all the way down to a single French fry and like the rest of it's just like twizzled around everywhere else. You know what? Fuck it. Sure. I've established she's bad at cooking. I'll see how hard she goes. Oh my sweet Jesus, you poor sweet summer child. So you turn away, Renswan. When you turn back, you see that Neotal has like a small pile of like so you know how whenever you peel a potato, how if you do it properly, you get like a nice curl of like one continuous sheared skin?
Yes.
She has done that, going up and down, up and down, up and down the whole potato until she now has like a pencil nub where the center of the potato was. The rest of it has been peeled out onto the table.
She has one massive curly fry.
And she holds up the French fry potato, and then the rest of it just like this, right?
Francois kind of, but like just kind of like holds her hands together under her nose, just like the concern, like meme, just kind of like, okay, no, but we can work with this. And she's going to.
Did I do it wrong? I didn't know when to stop peeling. I like, you know,
when the skin's gone.
Where is she kind of like gestures to like the long continuous strand of like potato flesh. Is this not skin?
The brown part.
Oh,
Just the brown part.
Okay.
But, and it's okay. We can do this. And she is going to take the absurdly long spiral, and is basically just, because the way I'm picturing it in my mind is like she just started around the outside and kept going.
Yes. She basically went up and down, up and down, up and down the potato, going in that same peeling motion, and she rolled exceptionally well on her sleight of hand check, so it is a single continuous strand.
Alright, yeah, so Rensois is just going to take it and, cut off where it starts being potato and stops being skin.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll kind of push the skin part to the side, and she will take the rest of the spiral. And she will reach into a drawer and take out a small, like, wooden, like a small wooden stick, and we'll start basically pulling the spiral onto the stick to make like a spiral potato on a stick.
Oh, okay. She kind of like peeks over your shoulder like, oh.
And then you just fry it lightly. And you have a crispy potato spiral.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of, and she'll kind of move back over where she was getting a pot ready with oil heating, and she will basically she'll take a bit of salt, kind of sprinkle it inside the spiral a good bit, and plunk it softly into the pot.
Right, with a rousing bubbling hiss noise, the stuff is fried, and you have a potato spiral. And as you kind of like look at the potato spiral and examine it, it is perfectly crisp. The skin has kind of like, you know, scrunched in on itself a little bit, and it's and the lines within along the spiral are a lot more defined. And it looks very good. Neotal kind of like has a potato in her hand that she's just absent-mindedly peeling. So do I make more of them like this?
Why not?
Okay. All right. And she'll very dexterously, you know, keep, you know, shaving and curling the potato until there's just the stick left. She'll do that a few more times.
And Rincewild will go about making more potato spirals.
Hell yeah. And around this point in time, Agrathar, you made your way back to the house, right?
Yeah, I should have.
Okay. Sorry, bud, you're not gonna make it.
Curses.
I'm messing. Anyway, so yeah, no, you make it back. You open the door, and your stealth breaks because you opened a door.
Yeah.
And as you kind of like look around, you see that Renswa and Neotal are currently making fried potato spirals.
Cool.
Neotal kind of like gives you a wave. Hey, Agathar, where have you been?
Yeah.
Or sorry.
Rincewild's ear twitches as the door opens. She'll turn. Oh, welcome back.
Hey.
Fried potato?
Yes, please. He'll shut the door behind it and lock, and then he'll walk over. He looks a little tired, but he will crawl up on the counter and sit next to the stove and just sigh.
Rincewild just hands him a potato stick.
He'll take it and inspect it.
Shit's like the size of his head.
Yeah. I talked with Bethany, and he bites the top part of the potato spiral.
Rincewild kind of stiffens a moment, and it's just like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's definitely like, it doesn't seem like she intends to have a little bit of bite to it, but there's a little bit of bite to that. Oh.
He opens his mouth and sighs and looks at her. But first, I'm sorry for yelling at you. I was scared and I was stepped
There was
out
a lot of
line.
yelling going on. It's fine.
I know, but you didn't deserve it.
No, but it is what it is. Did you at least get something useful out of Bethany?
A lot of useful stuff, actually. The trigger worked, but I can't use it anymore. We need to gather everybody. I need to let everybody know about a new situation.
Very well. Neotal, can you go get everyone gathered up while I finish the last batch?
Sure. Let me just finish this up real quick. She finishes peeling down the potato, and then she kind of just like makes a little nip, and off comes the spiral. Right. Who do you want me to go get first?
Anyone. Everyone.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go grab my brother first. And she'll, rush back and up the stairs and over to Soren's room. Knock. Meanwhile,
And,
Meanwhile, he's not there.
meanwhile, Amalia hangs down from the ceiling. You haven't fed me one yet.
Literally, I was just about to like Agathar snaps his in half, and then just like was looking around for her. Because then she like hears her from the ceiling, and he offers her his half.
Yay!
God damn, ate 3 good berries and still hungry.
Ate 3 good berries, gave birth, and then once more.
Refuses to elaborate.
Look, birthing is a big process, all right? She needs her nutrients.
Bitch will eat the stick if you give her a chance.
Oh, she's already eaten the steak. So yeah. Neotal knocks on your door, Soren. Hey, Soren.
And from inside the door, she'll hear come in.
Well, we need you downstairs. Agathar has some information.
Oh, all right. I'll be right there. Just don't be alarmed by what you see when I leave the room.
Okay.
Trust me, everything's normal. Everything, well, normal-ish. Everything's fine. I guess say everything's fine.
Can you just open the door now? I'm concerned.
Did you become a woman again? You don't sound like you became a woman again.
Well, yes and no. No, I'm just kidding. He goes, like the door unlocks and opens, and that's when like the water ring just kind of like splooshes out and starts like molding around the door frame. He goes, "This was what I was referring to," as he points to the water ring.
Oh. Yeah, I saw you walking around with that.
Oh,
Neat.
so you already saw it. All right. Hey, look what I can do with it. And he flicks his wrist, and they all become katanas. Or it becomes like 4 katanas that start circling him.
Ooh. She kind of like, she gives you a little clap.
One of them has a tiny Agathar hanging from one.
Yeah, you know what? Yes.
I'm gonna get you.
Just imagine. I'm just fucking imagining it's like the next time we meet Lucas, it's like, hey Lucas, check out this cool trick, and there's just like 5 watery middle fingers.
Like in fact, the Agathar that's hanging from one of the katanas is doing like the gymnast flips like on the bars just around it.
Yeah, very, very nice, bro.
I am getting the hang of it, but I think more important things are needed right now. He goes, well, I guess lead the way unless you're getting everybody else.
Yeah, I'm getting everybody else. I'm gonna go get Bonnie next.
All right,
And then
I'll
she'll actually. Could you get Morgan? I don't think she really wants to see me.
sure, I can go talk to her and let her know that.
What
Let
gives
her know
you
he's
that
here.
impression?
I can't imagine why.
I can imagine a couple reasons why. Anyway, I'm off to get Vonnie, and then she'll shuffle down to where Vonnie's room is and give it a rap-a-tap-tap. Hey, Vonnie!
From the workshop. Over here!
I mean, she'll go down to where the work. I mean, that's what she was knocking on, is the workshop.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Vonnie's never anywhere else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure Vonnie sleeps in the fucking workshop.
Oh yeah, she does. She sleeps standing up. It's very weird.
And isn't it great that it's always clean in there?
No.
Your unseen servants keep moving my fucking tools. They keep putting them back in the drawers.
Something almost cooled too fast because they put the hammer away.
All right, so yeah,
I spent 5 hours looking for the 10 millimeter.
So yeah, she not now, kitten. Daddy has to find the 10 millimeter.
Absolute amazing fucking picture.
It was such a good meme. The audience, the audience of one person has no goddamn clue what I'm talking about.
Well, if you check it out on our official Discord, you can see it in the.
Yeah, there's a link in the
memes.
description. Anyway,
It's in
to
me.
be-
So joy.
To be fair, I don't get the joke, but that's me. I'm 42 years old.
anyway, so yeah,
It was a
um, 10
meme. It was a meme that got posted in the server.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Well, I saw it, but I didn't. I was like, okay.
Anyway,
No,
so
we're
yeah,
good.
she makes her way to Vani's workshop and opens it up. Hey, Vani, they need you downstairs.
Vonnie just looks over at her. Yeah. 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 Hopefully they're ready for this sort of information. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's go. Yeah.
Bonnie, have you slept?
What is sleep?
Don't ask Agathar.
Yeah.
Don't ask Morgan either.
So yeah, no, she's
Don't have Soren either.
Sleep is what I have when I run out of coffee.
Sleep is what dead people do.
So yeah, no, she's gonna say, yeah, just come downstairs, you know, when you can.
Vonnie's gonna follow and head downstairs.
We will never sleep. Gonna
All right.
sleep is all the week. We will never rest till we're all fucking dead.
I will make sure of it if I need to.
All right. So yeah, she she leads you down. Is there anyone else I'm
B-team.
missing?
Well, Soren was going to get Morgan, but it's more going to be like knocking on her door and saying, "Oh yeah, Agathar's back and needs to speak with everybody."
Yep.
Hmm. Nah. There's that sort of like that like weird croaking rumble you can almost hear. That you know she at least now at this point knows something she does in frustration. In her corvanthrope shape. Just give me the cliff notes.
He sighs and says, "All right, well, I'll be back later, I suppose." And he leaves to go to the kitchen, or go to the family room, or the dining room, or whatever it's called.
All right. So everyone convenes down in the dining hall area with
And Agathar sees the hula hoop water, or the water hula hoop now.
yes, and as you come into view, Agathar, hey, roll me a wisdom saving throw, buddy.
for Agathar or for Soren?
For Soren.
Oh, wisdom saving throw, huh?
Mm-hmm.
22.
Ooh.
Yay! You maintain.
Don't think of anything, Luke. Don't think of him anything, Luke. Don't think of him in any Luke. That's he motions to the watering. That's cool. When do you start doing that?
Today, as a matter of fact. He just kind of chuckles, and then he says, "Oh, Maury's not coming down. I'll give her the cliff notes when I get back up there."
His eyes look at the ground a little bit. You can kind of tell that he isn't surprised. And it's a bit. You see a bit of shame on his face as he sighs. I don't blame her. I can at least try to talk to her later if she wants to listen what I have to say. But he looks at Vonnie and Soren. I just want to start off with apologizing. I blew up, and I shouldn't have released all that anger on you guys, and especially Morgan. So I'm sorry that the way I acted, I was out of line, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
I don't mind it. My brother, on the other hand, I gave him Cliff Note versions of what happened.
About the meeting?
So, you remember when Morgan started chucking spells around?
Very, very much, yes.
Well, Valen kind of had a plan to jump in on the action should people start something. You know, step one, banishing Bethany, and then just going all out.
Okay.
Probably not the wisest thing to do, considering.
I kind of blew his plan by forcing a relink.
A relink?
Smartest plan, no. Most like Valen, very much.
What do you mean by relink?
As twins, we have a psychic bond of sorts. It's still rather weak, but during the
do you-
whole talking, I kind of forced it back open.
What are you, twins? Like, wait, not twins, travelers? Oh no,
Special twins.
Wonder Twins.
Who knows? I don't.
I did.
They are
Oh.
Wonder Twins. Some way, shape, or
Oh.
form.
Then
I got information. I gave him information. He's honestly disappointed in all of you, but I'm just going to say it bluntly.
why would
Yeah, not surprised there,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Well,
Valen is always disappointed when we don't solve things with violence. That's nothing new.
Was he proud of Morrigan?
Yes, he was excited about Morgan being the first one to throw down.
He was
Ah,
excited
okay.
about her committing genocide, too. So I don't 100% know that I would trust his judgment.
I wasn't able to tell him that.
yeah, well, it's a good thing we didn't kill him because we would have doomed a lot of people.
Really? How?
He has a network. I used the trigger in Bethany, and it snapped her out of his control, but only, I want to say temporarily. It's a long story, but there are facilities. I didn't have time to ask what the facilities are, but I am guessing that they're housing people. People who are controlling clones or simulacrums like Bethany is. And whether you believe this or not, I saw her home. Her family is in Viori. It's in their boulder. I followed her home. And I saw how she interacted, and I saw everybody, including her brother. And he looks at Rensois, who was infected with blight.
She will
Bram Blight.
immediately.
Is what it's called.
Yeah, Bram blight.
Yeah, she will immediately just kind of ears pin as she'll wince. What stage?
Stage. How would he have known the stage of it?
Typically speaking,
Like-
there are no stages per se. When it comes to Bramblight, there is infection, then there's the spread, and then there's the percentage of the body that's controlled by the Bramblight. So a more
Yeah, Shad, that's called a stage.
Oh, you hush. A more
If it's split into sections, those are stages, my guy.
I don't know, man.
You do. We just told you.
Fine then. We'll say
Bam, bam, bam.
we'll use corruption percentiles. 25% corrupted is what he was at.
Okay. He was at 25%, but he should have, with how long he's been infected for, he should have been, well, 100% at this point. They've been giving him a medicine that's at least been suppressing it, but not reversing it fully. I could tell with he's a a Harengon like she is, brown fur, but most of his fur was white, and then the infected area was black.
They're just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah, how about that? Um, I talked with her, and she wants to help us kill Lucas, but she's trapped in one of these facilities, and she doesn't want to be under his sway anymore.
So it was
And
another simulacrum you were speaking with.
yes, her prime body is in one of these facilities, but she doesn't know what. There's 3 facilities. If we kill him too early, there are a lot of people who are going to die, including Kyrie Rivendell. That's her first name, right?
Her name's Kylie.
Kylie. Kylie. Including Kylie Rivendell.
Of course.
Rivendell? Why?
How?
I don't know. I don't know. She didn't know either. But
So what are
everybody.
we supposed to do? Go to these compounds and hope we find the one with Bethany in it?
Well, we need to destroy these facilities, including the bodies that Lucas has in them. His own. He has 3 bodies. If we destroy the 3 bodies,
Simulacrums or 4 clones?
clones, simulacrums, they're all connected in a network anyway.
There are
So
3
they might as well be
clones.
clones.
He has 3
Yeah, clones. Clones. Yes, 3 clones. If we destroy all of the
Active or
facilities,
backups?
including... Huh?
Active or backups?
From
Backups?
what Bethany was implying, they're backups.
They're backups. The network relies on sensing whether his soul reaches a body or not. If it doesn't sense him going inside of a backup, the system shuts down and it kills everybody it's connected to, including her and her family.
So then what is the point of destroying the bodies if we can't destroy him?
If we destroy the facilities and the bodies, then he would have no backups, and the network, I think, would, I don't know,
You
collapse?
think or you know?
I know. She told me either in a specific order or just destroy the facilities. I know.
What's preventing him from making more?
Well, that's the thing. I think he wants these facilities to be destroyed, but I don't know why. Maybe, if I had to guess, if he was as close to the Archmage as he claims to be, maybe it's some fucked up
You
way
think
of...
he wants to just join her?
I don't know.
Right now,
mean-
it's just speculation.
I mean, it would make our lives easier if he offed himself.
Maybe we can
Just,
find out
you
more in
know,
these facilities.
Not right now.
That was speculation. I'm sure we can find more information in these facilities. And she knew where they were, 2 out of the 3. But she knows at least the country where the 3rd one is in. There's one at Crystal Lake in Viore. The other one is in Alabaster Ruins in Xanadu, and the 3rd is somewhere in Ember Sticks. And I know it's trusting with a grain of salt here, but what choice do we have? I don't want to... I want to kill him, but I don't want to doom all of those people, including Miss Rivendell.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Aggie. Hearing this makes me want to kill him even more.
I know.
But you're right. You're right. We can't do it while threatening the lives of so many.
And besides, I cured her. I cured his brother, so she
What?
owes me.
How?
Remember that philosopher's stone that was given to me by the Archmage? Normally, philosopher's stones don't cure anything of that intense, but because it was made by her, it was able to do it.
It was...
You trusted her on that?
I saw him with my own eyes.
Aye, but I'm saying you trusted the transmutation archmage.
It's like, no, not
No.
Bethany. The Archmage.
No. Oh, well, I mean,
great.
look, the stone has been a huge look. No, I don't trust her, but the stone has been a huge help with my own abilities, and I don't. We got what she asked for, so we scratched her back. She scratched ours. What choice did I have? I either tried and it didn't work, or if it did, it worked.
It's all right, Aggie. I ain't upset. I'm just surprised you trusted her enough to this woman. And Soren knows she's probably listening into him right now. It's like he says this woman who's generally in it for the fun. I'm glad she kept her word this time.
Even people like that have some semblance of honor, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so let me see if I get this right. The situation that we find ourselves in would be, or rather, the situation Bethany finds herself in is, if I had to guess, her brother fell ill. She needed something, anything, to keep him alive, and that's where Lucas comes in the picture. Part of me wonders if Lucas wouldn't simply cause the blight on the brother again, but if he's in some sort of network that makes him untouchable, and she would still be indebted to him for leading up until now. Plus, with his own crusade, he probably isn't even checking in on her family.
And he's gonna be too distracted punishing Bethany again for losing another body.
She'll give a
Soren just
slight wince.
Yeah, Soren makes a sympathetic sigh at that. I can only imagine what that man does to her.
I don't want to think about it.
Alright, so then I would say the biggest issue we face then comes from how earnestly does he want these compounds destroyed. Because while I trust you, my distrust of him is greater.
I fully understand that. And maybe we'll find answers in the facilities. But Bethany didn't know when I'd asked if he was going to stop it, but she said he wasn't going to. Look, maybe I don't
It's
know.
an awful lot of faith to be putting into Bethany. You understand this, right?
Fully.
I'm willing to trust her simply because of her circumstance.
Just like everybody's a product of their own circumstance. She did what she did to keep her brother alive, and to make sure her mom was okay. And I saw her desperation, and the trigger worked. I don't doubt that she would fake anything like that. And the simulacrum melted. Like she melted in my hands, like she did last time. I think for once this is on the level, but even she wasn't super sure what her memories were really hers. But she knew of the facility's locations and she knew the sequence. And she also knows that she wants to also kill Lucas.
She knows probably what Lucas wants her to know. He might have given her false information to know in that case.
Maybe.
Including the locations of the compound.
That's what I was talking about.
All I have is her insurance that the information is, at least the facilities are solid. Besides, why would we be lured to a different location when we're already right here and we're already at his footsteps?
Because Lucas enjoys games.
Because this whole little war is nothing more than a side plot for him. He said that the true mission would be told to Valen later. As for when, probably never.
Well, speaking of, while this is all well and good, right now our focus needs to be on the Archmage of the Divine.
Right. He looks at. Oh, go for it.
I've arranged a pickup for her once we've got her safely.
Oh.
She smiles. Well, remember, Vani's not the only one that has connections.
That's true. Speaking of connections, he looks at Vani. Are you able to tell your company, your friends, he says with a head tilt, that we're gonna be late, that they should either start without us or hold on until we get there, if they can?
They're gonna wait for us. This is more of a test to see how capable you lot are.
Okay. Well, just tell them that we have to run a side errand, but we'll be there eventually.
The undead aren't going anywhere, probably.
Who knows?
It's
Look
like,
around for the.
it's like
All right.
Cinder just pops his head out of a cupboard. I don't.
I don't.
Sorry, it's a reflex at this point.
Oh,
So-
wait. He pulls out a script. This wasn't my scene. Sorry. Slams the cupboard shut.
He dips away, doesn't elaborate. Okay, so with that all being said and done, you guys basically now that you know your way out isn't going to be hindered in any way, shape, or form.
At least not by Lucas.
You drop the illusory wall. You hop out the hovel with the cart and begin to move down the tunnels going, I want to say north, question mark? Is that where you guys want to go?
Schmovin'.
I would probably say north because that's kind of where we need to be going.
Okay. And I have a question for you guys. Are you wanting to go to the undead outpost or are you wanting to go to the facility?
I say outpost, then necropolis, then facility and up, just to make things a little bit sequential.
Mm-hmm.
Because we gotta go get the ring first.
Yeah, it would probably be a lot easier if we just gave her the ring right off the bat.
And above game, we could probably use the canary to nuke facility 1.
Honestly, yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
We didn't already call that in, though, did
Here's the
we?
thing, though. As Morgan has described, the entrance is going to exit out right here. So it's immediate right turn to go here, and then back, 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 or it's here, 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 here.
And I'm fine with the second option.
I mean, Rensoir's option is out the north. Well, I guess, yeah, the outpost, because we got to get the ring first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably the play.
We could go
Out the front
East.
door.
If
We
we're-
could go east, hit through to the hilt port, and then fly over the mountains.
So here, then here, then here, here.
No, like
no, go
out of the hilt
east
port and
then
literally fly.
over the mountains, directly back
Oh.
west.
Oh. Okay.
Because we can fly.
For about an hour, right?
No,
Yes.
like 8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours. 8 hours is enough to get
Oh,
you guys
okay,
over the
never
mountains.
We could do that. It's just, it's if we fly up, then we know ch-ldr-n is also flying up, and we might run into them.
You do have to worry about the ever-present hunters that are trying to track you down.
I say we have to worry about Callaghan wherever we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let you guys decide your course, and whenever you set your course, that's where I'm going to end session.
I mean,
I do. Yeah. I mean,
Brett's
Shad, just as
already
a
said
side-
priority.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she was like, the facilities are cool. We need Vaylin first. This
Yeah,
is
we need
non-negotiable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will.
I
Otherwise,
will
he's gonna
fist fight
somehow,
you.
otherwise he's gonna somehow find a way to kill Lucas permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, before his dumbass kills Lucas.
Yeah.
somehow.
Exactly.
The party finally gets Valen.
Huh?
He's just sitting on the throne. Lucas's body in front of him.
He's like, what took you guys so long?
I've already
And the
killed
party's
him.
just like, God, the party's just going like, God damn it, Valen.
I will say he got the key back from Eloise. Just as a side thing.
All right then. Well, the course is set. To the hilt port you go, only to fly over the mountains to the undead outpost. Okay.
Flying over the mountain.
roll my two things.
I am going to ask for you guys to give me a high or a low, and I will roll this in secret.
So
I'm-
if we don't give you either, does that mean you never roll it? And we don't have to face any consequences.
If I pay you $5, will it be a positive outcome?
Medium.
No.
Exact 50.
You don't
You
want to
drive a
pick
hard
exact
bargain.
50.
You drive a hard bargain, Shad. $6.
$6 and a nickel.
Anyway, come on. High or low, high or low.
Hi.
It's like,
Yeah.
so
Alright.
you drive a hard bargain, Shad. 1 commission.
Okay.
I
But
know.
it's-
I know.
but it's-
Someone's commissions are open.
It's like, but it's
God
from but it's
damn
from one
it.
of the but it's from one of the spam, definitely not AI art,
Oh
like
my god.
people who come into your DMs.
Yeah, the shit that I constantly get from fucking Instagram. Like, god damn it! I know you're
boy.
not an actual artist.
All right.
Yes,
So,
Plus your stuff
is-
looks like shit.
so is everyone fine with going high?
Yeah.
Yes, unless you roll low, and then I was against it the entire time.
All right. Well, you won't know if I roll low or not because we'll find out next session.
Hey,
Yeah,
guess
well-
what? Callaghan is right there.
Yeah, well, check your email for the commission info.
All right. Then.
It's like
all
it's
right,
just like,
then.
wait, this is the commission sheet for Fable. What do you mean?
All right. So, thank you guys for having fun with the session. We are going to go into the post-stream YouTube audience. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and all the other jazz. And, of course, I say thank you to my lovely players as well as we bid our YouTube audience farewell. Remember, you can catch us live at twitch.tv/deathlyshad on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time. And if you don't catch us live, well, you can always catch the VOD, which is what you're watching right now. Hooray, awesome, cool.
It's like or 6:30 p.m. EST, the one that matters.
No.
Yes.
Look,
You New Yorkers
I'm
think you own everything.
Look, I'm CST, therefore my time zone is the only time zone that matters, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Chad dab up.
Yeah. All right, then.
Hey, well,
Agathar, say
yes.
goodbye to the people.
Women, potatoes, they both fear me.
I know, right?
I did.
Morgan, say goodbye to the people.
I fear no potato.
Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Potato.
Potato. Soren, say goodbye to the people.
At least my sister makes him one really giant, tasty curly fry.
Bonnie, say goodbye to the people.
Whatever was burning, I couldn't smell it from the forge.
No, you couldn't. At any rate, from all of us, all of you have a wonderful day, YouTube audience. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.